Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a great 2019 so far. It's a new year, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. Thank God. I have very high hopes for 2019, very high. Please Lord. But as 2018 comes to a close, I like to do this video every year where I go through my favorite products from the previous year. So I pulled out everything that I was really obsessed with all year long. So we're gonna go through all the things that I loved all 2018 makeup wise. So let's hop into it. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of go in order step by step of how I do my makeup. I don't have the primers in hand for the primer because that's where we start. I had a really weird year in terms of my skin in 2018. So I finished and started throughout 2018 my Accutane journey. I just finished very recently and my skin survived. But before I started Accutane, I had super oily skin, like crazy oily, and ever since it's just not the same, which is kind of nice to not be super oily anymore. It was dry during the Accutane process, but now it's kind of just normal, kind of teetering on the edge of being oily again. So I'm gonna link down below my two favorite primers, one for matte oil control, which is so good. It's the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. You've heard me talk about it if you know me. I literally have repurchased it so many times. And then I also really loved the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer and the Too Faced Hangover Primer for if you are dry. So I'll link all those down below. Everything I mentioned will be linked down below. Foundation. I have three favorite foundations of the year. In fact, they're all pretty much empty and I just placed another Sephora order. So as I mentioned again, my skin's been through kind of a lot and these can kind of go for different types of skin, so bear with me. So let's go ahead and start off if you're kind of normal to oily. I love this product so much. Just ordered another one. It's the Cover FX Power Play Foundation. I have mascara all over my hands. I'm in the shade N35 and this foundation is bomb. It literally does stay on all day. It gives really nice natural coverage, a very natural matte finish, but it lasts really well. Then I also love for a quick application and long wear, the Dior Air Flash. I'm the shade 300. Yes, this product is so good. The coverage, I didn't even know you could get such beautiful coverage with a spray. Literally, if I had a quick morning, I would just throw my primer on. I would just kind of shirt. I don't know what that sound is. That's supposed to be a spray sound. And then I would just blot it in with my beauty sponge and it would go on so quickly and give me that instant coverage. And then if you are more, that's great if you're pretty much any skin type, normal to combination. And if you are dry to normal, you could probably even use this if you're matte, if you use other mattifying products, if you're oily. This is such a hyped up product. I didn't know how I was gonna like it. I've repurchased it 2-3 times throughout 2018. It's the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. It's so good. I am in the shade 4.5. It's just a really beautiful medium coverage natural foundation. It looks really beautiful like skin and it stays on all day long. I will also link down below some dupes for each of these from the drugstore if you're looking for something similar in a lower price point. So concealer, I really only have one favorite. It is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. It's been something I've used all year. I tried a lot of concealers, but that one still just takes the cake for me. If you haven't tried it yet, please try it. It's just really good. And then for baking, yes, this has been a favorite for probably 7-8 years now. I actually bought this on a whim from Walgreens. I've said this story before, but before it was even popular, before I even had a YouTube channel, really, I just found it on sale and I was like, I just need powder, and I tried it and loved it. This was before I even baked. I just set my face and had creasy under eyes. But this stuff is bomb. You can get it at the drugstore. It's the Airspun Loose Face Powder in Translucent from Coty. They actually also have extra coverage. They have Luminous. I like to use the Luminous under my eyes for a bit of a glow. I like the extra coverage on my face. So there's a lot you can do with it, lots of different kinds. So I found a couple of bronzers that I have just fallen in love with this year. I was kind of late on the Hoola bandwagon. I always kind of just noticed it and I liked it, but I used it all the first half of 2018 religiously for my bronzer. I even just threw it in my crease today. It's just one of those easy, pretty bronzy colors. It's the perfect tone. It's a classic for a reason. So this is Oh, my new favorite that I use every single day. It's from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight palette here. So it's just like contour and highlight palette like it says, and I'm using the shade Fair to Medium. But this bronzer, I don't know what it is about it. It's just the absolute perfect color. It just looks so natural. I'm so in love with it. I don't really use the highlighter very often. It's okay, it's very natural, but I love the bronzer so much. For blush, I literally used pretty much the whole year of these Bare Minerals Gen Nude blushes. They sent me a PR package of all of them, and they're just awesome. They wear really well. I'm wearing Strike a Rose on my cheeks today from the line, and they just are so beautiful. They are powder. They don't look super like powdery or too much. They have peachy colors, nude colors, like they have all of them. I've tried them all, and I just really like the formula, and they last all day long. So that was like hands down my favorite line of blushes. And then particularly Strike a Rose for like a rosy cheek, which I did a lot all year. I also started putting blush on my nose for like some reason. I feel like it was really trendy in 2018. And now to put like blush on the nose, it just gives you like kind of a more natural, like, ooh, I'm cute kind of look. And I really like it. Then I actually don't have the brow product here because I just ran out and ordered more. Don't know what I'm gonna do for the next few days, but the Anastasia Brow Wiz, I was late onto that, but it's a great brow product, perfect brow pencil. It's very precise. I just adore it, and I'm pretty sure I use the color taupe or soft brown. I'll figure it out. So for highlighters, I know everyone probably already knows what this is if you know me. ColourPop Flexitarian. This is the OG. I've repurchased this now. I finished a whole one and I had to buy another one. This highlighter is just absolutely insane. Like, it doesn't even make sense. It is, you just beam from outer space. I got all my friends hooked on it. Like, literally we all use this. In the inner corners, whenever you see my inner corners looking absolutely poppin', flawless in a photo, it's because of that. Brow bone, if you want to go crazy on the cheeks, it's just wild. It's the best highlighter. They also have like many different shades, but the pigment is wild. Then earlier in the year, I actually like hit pan on this. I was so obsessed with the Fenty Beauty highlighters, the Kilowatt highlighting duos. This is Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. I loved these. Fenty Beauty was so good. I actually really liked that foundation for when I was oily in the beginning of the year. And Double Wear from Estee Lauder. My go-tos for when I'm oily. But the highlighters are gorgeous. I love so much from Fenty. Really good. If you haven't tried the line yet, highly recommend, especially that highlighter. So pretty. My favorite eyeliner continues on to be the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. It's super affordable. It's matte. It doesn't crease or budge. It lasts all day long. It's very dark and opaque. I am wearing it today. I wear it every day and repurchase religiously. And for mascara, this is another one I repurchase religiously all 2018. I still use the IT Cosmetics Superhero. You guys, if you know me, you see me use these products all the time. They're so good. I love this mascara. It looks beautiful on the bottom lashes too. Oh, I love it. I got my friends hooked on that too. For eyeshadow palettes, I have a few that I used for a lot of 2018 here. Stila, the Eyes Are the Window palette in the shade called Soul. These neutral colors are just so pretty. I used these so much all of the beginning of the year. They're just like earthy tones. That's very much my vibe. If you watch me, you know I really love like neutrals, natural colors. Tartelette and Bloom, no secret, hit pan in a lot of these here. I also purchased the original Tartelette palette, and I'm just always in awe. Tarte is one of my favorite brands. I love those eyeshadows. Towards the middle to end of the year, I fell in love with this palette from Huda Beauty. It's the Nude. Nude, sorry. And it's just a gorgeous palette. Like, it's got so much matte, it's got shimmer, it's got all rosy tones and like a little bit of purple, a little bit of earthiness. It's really nice because you can get like a lot of shimmer out of this and do a more creative look, but kind of stay in that pretty, you know, neutral, but a little bit more color scheme. Was that English? You tell me. I don't have my favorite lashes with me, but it's no secret. The Ardell Wispy lashes are my favorite go-tos. I buy them in bulk, absolutely, constantly. You guys always ask me. You know, it's not a secret. Ardell Wispy lashes. They're the perfect everyday lash, and then I use double wispies if I want to go more hardcore and like a night look. I also, over the last couple of months, fell in love with Kiss blowout lashes. These are called Pompadour. They're a little bit like wispier and longer than the wispies, like a little fuller, but they just are, they're kind of 3D. They have like different layers to them. They're very like bouncy and curly. I really like these as well. My favorite lip liner of the year has to be Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. It's the perfect color. It's the same color as my lips. A lot of the times I'll have just this on and like some chapstick, and people ask me if I got lip filler, and it's just this liner, and it looks so pretty. It stays on really well. You can just throw it on a no makeup day and just feel a little bit more put together. And then I also wore this lip color a lot. It's the Kim K from Charlotte Tilbury as well. It's just like a classic peachy nude, like a Kim K lip. So those two, I wore those so much throughout the year. Another product from Bare Minerals Gen Nude line, I loved the glosses. This one is called Darling. I wore it so many times and got so many questions about it. These glosses are pigmented. They are they are just really strong. They are a little bit sticky, but I feel like they have more of a staying power that way. They don't absorb into the lips. They really stay on well. I get a lot of questions as to what gloss stays on the best, and this line is really good. Stays on as well as I can possibly find for a gloss. They had nudes, roses, so many different color options. And my favorite red lip of the year was, of course, the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint in Uncensored. I have worn this so many times. If you ever see me wearing a red lip, I promise you it's this. It dries down so nicely. The pigment is wild. It wears really well. I can like eat a full dinner with this and it will not move. I love it. It doesn't dry out your lips either. This is a really great formula. Rihanna really did it right. For setting sprays, I have a few favorites. Again, depending if you're dry or oily, these are mostly for normal to dry skin. I used a lot of the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. I would use it before and after my makeup to give me some hydration and soothe the redness on my skin. And then I used a lot of the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. It's very hydrating. I also, of course, had to repurchase the Fix Plus from MAC. This is great for so many things. Wetting a brush to get a more pigmented look. You can use it before your makeup, after your makeup. It just makes everything sink into the skin and look so beautiful. So those are my favorite products of makeup of 2018. Everything will be linked below. Let me know, what trends are you excited for 2019? Like, what's gonna be your favorite product of the year? Can you tell? Did I miss anything? Sometimes in these videos you're like, well, what about this? You talked about this. And sometimes I forget. So you can remind me below. I also was out of probably a lot of favorites from earlier in the year, but these are some products I know I really enjoyed throughout 2018. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys very soon. Don't forget to thumbs up, please, and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.
I have tried my first marijuana.
You've tried your first marijuana? Okay, you can tell that she doesn't even know anything about drugs because she tried her first marijuana.
I
tried my first marijuana, Ma. It's like, no, Al, you smoked weed for the first time. Try to get the lingo right.